Hello guys, welcome to a Wrong Gamer stream. We got Sparrow RO, King Josh, and Bex HP. Hey, welcome guys, welcome to the stream. Yes, I am streaming indeed. Glad to be able to get a slot in for this event. I have begun my grind from the day the Titan came out. So currently at 14,420. So 90 souls, almost going into 15. I actually just about an hour back I collected my Athena, which I always wanted for a while, because with Athena I finally can complete my Greek collection, I think, and I should be able to pick up my Pandora's box, which of course I wouldn't do now, but that is something which I'm quite happy about. Of course, it's not a game-changing relic, but pretty happy about this. So guys, where are you on this event? Anyone here is finished? I know Sparrow RO, because I was in I think it was Zaid Gamer stream, where I remember you saying that you are you were almost at 25k souls already. So oh, there you go, you have 25k souls and you're attacking with ZEUS. I fused one hell because I had two. Yeah, that's actually fair enough to do that. So did you fuse your hell into your ZEUS? Because that will be kind of a cross-class fusion. But yeah, I mean, if you have two of them, fine enough to do that. So yeah, so moving on from here, the next goal I will be on for is the 18,000 souls mark to pick up my hell as well, which will in fact be my third hell, because we know the devs screwed up the event the last time and it ended prematurely, and some of us got an extra hell. That's how I managed to get two, and this is going to be my third after I reach this soul mark. Sparrow says, I have two Athenas, one will go into my Urkon, who is 44 now. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's probably best off. But Sparrow, I think, as you might know, the fusion event is coming up this week. I believe it's going to be Tuesday after this event ends. So it might be worth holding on to those fusions till that time, so that you get more XP for your fusions. Moving on, we got the Greek God Relic to pick up from this event, which is at 19,000 souls. And you can also get, I think the other one I'm looking for, obviously apart from ZEUS, is one of these relics. This relic is kind of meh in my opinion, because it only provides the armor piercing for the Omega Storm Maidens, and otherwise as well, Storm Maidens already have a lot of armor piercing in them. So I don't know how important this is. It could be important for a certain build, but I don't really see Hermes Sandals being a good relic. But this relic right here, the Staff of Storms, I think that's a pretty good relic, because you pick up two storm spells as well as you get 40% boost for your lightning spells, which is good, which is always can obviously help you increase the amount of damage you're going to do already with the boost that you will get with ZEUS as well. So quite nice. And the final relic, the Lost Stater. Let's have a look at this one. The Storm Maidens critical is very nice, and that again unfortunately only applies for your Omega Storm Maidens. The Imperial's health is nice, and the lightning damage is good, but frankly I'm not super impressed by the relics when I really look at them. I think I think a lot of relics for ZEUS could be the ones that you already have. In fact, I think this relic right here, Labrys, which I haven't collected yet, but I will, is the one that is actually quite versatile, because you get damage as well as armor piercing, and that applies to all your Storm Maidens, including your Omega ones, and some physical resist, which may or may not be that important. Sparrow says, but for Urkon I will wait for the fusion event. That'll be a good idea. That'll be a good idea. You will get more of the thing. And this relic, in fact, over here, this is one of my most wanted relics that I wanted for a very long time. It's the Midas Touch. Um, and this is a completely all lightning focused relic and a very versatile relic because, as you might know, you can equip this relic on any Titan. It doesn't have to be, well, any lightning Titan, but you will get the lightning storm spells, which is good. In fact, the one that I actually wanted, I think, probably was to do with the one which has got Hoplite God in them, which is actually very nice because you pick up a lot more XP, well, a lot more versatility with that. All right. So, is it just okay? Yeah, for a moment, I thought my stream was stuck, but I think it's just a bit of a lag, which I see on the screen. All right, so we're gonna now try and do some grinding in. I know you guys are here for the grind. Let's go and find some targets, and we'll get this stream running. So we got 4 people watching. I do appreciate any number of you coming in and joining me on this fairly late stream, which is my regular slot. It's about 8:40 p.m. here in the UK from where I am streaming. So if you're listening in while you do your grind, I hope you find this fairly entertaining while you get the souls that you need. So let's go and try and find some fairly decent target. It always happens that whenever I think about doing a stream that I would struggle finding a target, but you know, there we go, we found something and we can settle with this. Let's get some portal stones. Now I haven't yet collected my free package, which is a free gift that the devs have given us, which you might find quite useful. I plan to pick that one up a little bit later on because it's the moment you collect that one, you will get 50 portal stones credited right away. So I'm going to try and hold off to doing that for a bit before I get everything going. Okay, so this is how I'm doing it, guys. My Urkon is level 42, and I've got a flaming rune equipped on him, which makes it quite sort of easy in a way. Of course, I got to drop the spells myself, but makes for a quite fairly quick grind in my opinion. So what kind of setup are you guys going with? Anyone going with all Panthers with their Urkon, or anyone really is actually using Goliaths? Because I would think Goliaths would make a fairly slow grind, wouldn't it? Okay, let's find next target here. Okay. These are the perfect ones. I really like level 23 lands with Goliaths and Grenadiers because they're quite perfect. The layout for this land, just got to auto attack, and it generally turns out a lossless victory, which is what you want. Sometimes when I drop the spell, there's a bit of a lag getting the drops through. Sparrow says, Ron, I have Max Chronos with 24 Goliaths. In 1 week, I'll have Goliaths level 25. Okay, and I have 100% resist lightning to my Goliaths. I will see if someone with ZEUS will raid my garrison quick. Yeah, that probably wouldn't happen. I mean, yes, there was some speculation that with that amount of lightning damage that ZEUS brings in, that Titans with that much damage, Titans with 100% resist against lightning will also fall. But I don't think that's going to necessarily happen because the main advantage of Chronos is the amount of armor that he has, and also in general the amount of health he has, and you couple that with your with your 100% resist, even for level 25 Storm Maidens, it's going to take a while for someone to get through your level 25 Goliath. So I think that's a good defense for now at least. We shall see. I mean, I have had people now considering using Earth to attack Chronos defenses. There was a nice video I think we all saw. It was it from Godan, where one could raid a max. I don't know if it was a max Chronos defense, but a Chronos defense with just Goliaths, and those Goliaths had almost 100% melee resist, so that worked out quite well. So maybe it might be something to consider, that having an ability to quickly switch your Chronos setup from an anti-lightning to an anti-ice / anti-earth, because as more and more defenses, as more and more people start to use Goliaths and well, I guess now Storm Maidens as well, more Storm Maidens than before, that having those resists might be quite important. I mean, in talking about that, there are, oh, I hate this land because it's going to take me a minute to raid this one, that there would, there will be, there are people also using Jotun as one of their attackers, because Jotun, the new one, comes with some earth resist already. I believe it's 20%, so it's quite easy, well, relatively easy to get that sweet 70 to 100% resist to earth for his Imperials, which could be quite effective. Sparrow says, my imps 24 with Zeus have double armor. I will have when Zeus is max 212 armor without relics just from his skills. Wow, that is thoroughly impressive. And so Sparrow, what you will be able to do is, by using some of the relics, you should be able to get to 300% armor. Although one must keep in mind that Zeus is not an ice titan, unlike Poseidon, so there will be a slightly smaller pool of relics that you can choose from for armor going up. But I would think, let's say with the 4-star and the 3-star relics, 4-star, that's the 4-star frost shield, the 3-star frost shield, you should get to about 260% armor with that. And then maybe, yeah, I mean, there's possibility, of course. There might be a few of the relics which I'm not able to think of at the moment, but you could reach, I think, 300% armor, which sounds pretty good. So yeah, nice build. I think that I do like that, the build that you've gotten. If I had a pick of a build, I think what I would want personally would be either double armor, or I would want straight up double health. I wouldn't mind that if that's even possible, because Imperials do have 80% armor as is. So I mean, when I'm going up against, if I'm going to use my Zeus against a Kronos, let's say, for some reason, or most of the defenses would not really have a lot of armor piercing. They would have a lot of armor. So that's my kind of justification for that. But that said, double armor could work wonderfully as well. Hey, tag her, welcome to the stream, man. Hey, Game Rescue, nice to catch you as well, man. It is a pretty late stream, 8:46 p.m. in the UK. Now I'm not actually part of the 24 hours live stream that is currently planned. I'm not even sure when it begins, but I did put up this sort of slot up on the kind of the overall chart of YouTubers doing the stream. So I am hoping that I do not intersect anyone else's stream. But I do appreciate all of you tuning in. But there will be regular, well, planned 24-hour streams from all your favorite YouTubers. As you know, Godan, Zaid Gamer, Zalon. I think Yuki is doing something as well. And is it Jason? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I'm not seeing the whole list, but it's all the people that you love and adore. So do check that out. I was fortunate enough to be on a couple of live streams in as an audience, of course. I was on Z Gamer stream earlier. That was quite interesting, quite fun. So it's looking like it's gonna be a quite wonderful weekend to sit back, get a cup of coffee, and listen in to all the stuff that's happening. Hey, Celtic Samari, man. Hey, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. It's been a while. Nice to see all new folks in here. I'm almost guessing that Game Rescue, you've already got your ZEUS by now. Um, I mean the top teams. I guess you just have to get them quickly. Because the soul count look ridiculous up there. Hey, Fear, man, what's up? What's up? Nice to catch you, man. It's quite rare that I managed to get Sparrow and Fear and you guys in in a stream. But nice to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I know you're not. You weren't Fear. You weren't too amped about going for ZEUS. Have you changed your mind yet, or are you good? You're gonna settle with maybe getting Athena or something like that? Because this event is quite grind friendly. You got so many days in hand, so I mean, it's it's fairly easy to actually grind up to 10,000 souls. I would think, if you have a 1.4 boost, especially. Go make VP. Who's that? Is that for Fear? Is Fear being lazy this week? I'm at 14k souls. Celtic Samari says just from raids, no tokens used yet. That's tiring. Oh, that's wonderful, man. 14,000 souls without a grind. That's what, 1,000 battles so far already. That's amazing, man. I'm assuming that you're using a 1.4 boost, so either a Dionysus or what's the other one? Or the one I'm using, Urkon. So yeah, if you're using one of those, it can really does help, and it's just about click, 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 and you grind and grind. I mean, I have, unfortunately or fortunately, the way you look at it, I do have a full-time job, so it's makes it difficult to get a full grind through. But I do plan this weekend to crack it out. What I did do was um, I did purchase two of the starter packs just to kind of ease up some of the pressure, because these souls, they just seem monumental when you think of it, but actually it's quite possible to grind this out uh, to a very large extent without actually pulling tokens. Fear will do the event. Oh, that's, you got it, you got ZEUS already. Whoa. Okay, see, I had a suspicion, Fear, that I had a suspicion that you will change your mind. um so yeah, I'm happy you got it. I'm happy you got it. It's a little it's a little hard to resist, isn't it? With those kind of skills that you see. I work for brother, so it's oh, right, okay, yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, it depends how, yeah, well, like, it depends if you can manage to get a lot of grind through the week, but yeah, man, it's nice, it's nice. I plan to I mean, I do have few tokens from my starter pack still available. I haven't used mine, all of mine already. My kind of mantra for doing these kind of grinds are, if I I set myself some daily targets. If I don't reach the daily targets for whatever reason, then I start pulling in tokens. Just to kind of ease up the pressure and make sure I'm on time. Jean Pierre says 18k. Oh, and Celtic says you're using Dionysus, man. That's nice. Dionysus really makes the grinds really, really quick. Let me see if I missed any comments. No, I don't think I did. Right, okay. ZEUS is just too expensive. Kronos, who is much superior, was for 18k. That's a good observation there. I mean, ZEUS is not a defender. I mean, in the current meta, the way summoning works for it's not going to work well. I mean, what I find is that the best summoning titans on defenses are the ones that summon melee troops, because these melee troops tend to drop on top of your ranged attacking troops. So that really makes them helpful. So yeah, it's kind of difficult. But again, yeah, 18k for Kronos. Maybe, maybe one argument could be they didn't really anticipate how good he might be, because I do remember the live stream that followed. There was, the devs were going, oh well, we're so surprised that there was so many people putting up Soul. But to be honest, if you have a good estimation of how popular a Goliath summoner would be, I think they shouldn't have been that surprised. So Kronos and Zeus, different titans. Kronos is obviously, I would think Kronos is more, uh, has more versatility in terms of what he can do. And so yeah, I could see your point in him being at a larger soul count than 18k. I'll use my tokens on Sunday, Celtic says. Good plan to give that extra boost, especially if you're in a if you are in a competitive top 50 alliance. That might really help the alliance out as well. Alright, so let's go and find some other target. Yeah, oh, what about this land here? Can I have this land? I don't like this particular land because I might have some hidden troops. Fear says Kronos is not that much superior, at least not for my archers. I know, Fear, that you're a big fan of Cerberus. um, I haven't really got my strategy out yet for using my Cerberus effectively, but you're right. Most of the Cronoses out there are very weak to physical damage, and so you can have pretty good solid work trying with Kronos. If you well with sorry with Cerberus, if you can manage to avoid those archers, those Omega archers, from killing themselves, which for some reason I find that they behave very much like Storm Maidens in that they try to kill themselves. Maybe that's just me, but it's super annoying when that happens. Kronos is better because he can dread everything, unlike Zeus. I would agree with you. More multifaceted. Oh, 3-star hero soul. Very useful for the Zeus. And now speaking of, so have all of you already decided what you're going to be fusing into your Zeus when the fusion event comes in next week? I know Sparrow has already done some fusion on his Titans, but for those who haven't, have you guys planned out what you're going to be fusing away? Hey, I will kill Kronos with Cerberus. Nice, that's nice, man. I have 2 videos. Nice, man. I look forward to watching those. I do need some tips on how to use my Cerberus effectively against Kronoses. I know that the archers have the firepower, but it's the strategy that I haven't yet mastered. Takes only free spells for summoning troops. Okay, I think I know what you're trying to refer to. So you freeze up all the the Omega Goliaths as they summon, and then you attack. That could work. And yeah, I need to start doing some testing with those. I have 200 pre-level titans and about 50 XP relics. 50 XP relics! Wow! That's monumental, man. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's gonna be super helpful. So are those 50 XP relics, are most of them like 3-star relics? That'll be even better. Hey, Bruce Ellison, welcome. Fusion, hey. Sardu and Lagu maxed Logu, I believe. Max must go. And I have a lot of level drops that I can use. Sweet, sweet. I'm gonna be probably getting rid of my long beloved Joran. He's level 48. But I think it's time for him to go. Yeah, that'll be going into my Zeus as well. I think I'm looking at, with the current setup that I have in terms of relics availability, I'm probably looking at getting to level 50 um, with my Kronos, with my Zeus, hopefully 50, 51. If not, I'll probably be on the border of sort of 48 or thereabouts. That's what I'm hoping. We'll see how it goes. But that'll of course happen when the fusion event comes around, so that I get that I get most of my fusion. I'm pretty sure that we're also going to have we might have some sort of pull event. But again, the Titan Fusion actually may not have, because the Titan Fusion should come up straight away after the current event ends. This event ends on Tuesday, I believe, Tuesday 7:30 a.m. British Standard Time. So we should see the fusion event drop somewhere in the afternoon or evening of the same day, and probably will run right up to Wednesday or Thursday. I have a feeling this week we'll just have, sorry, the coming week we'll only have the Titan Fusion event, and then we should have the Conquest event on the Friday. Um, I think it's the Friday that they always have it on, and I think we probably wouldn't have anything in between, because there's simply not enough time for any other mini event to be present, in my opinion. We'll see. Sparrow says, Ron, I not fuse good titans into Zeus, just double titan. Oh, okay, right, okay. So you're leaving your major fusions for when the fusion event happens. That's cool, man. That's cool. Uh, Fear says, yep, the rest is auto raid. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna definitely try out your strategy. You know that. Hey, Anubis, man, welcome to the stream. Nice to catch you around. Oh, and some Fossa duplicates, but I am on the fence, Bruce says, on how dedicated I will be with Zeus. Zeus, there's mixed opinions going around. A lot of people kind of question how good he is. I mean, compared to kind of Hell, I suppose it is. I think once we start testing, and I do think that he has some power. Now, if you have the 5-star Stormbringer, I think you might actually want to use that amount. And I don't have the Stormbringer, which will give you troop damage and troop health. I think it is. Oh, I can't remember what the stats are. But the troop damage, I know troop damage is in there. That is a major multiplier for the damage that your Storm Maidens will receive, and that is something which your Hell cannot provide. Although the Titan Hell comes in with 50% boost straight off from the first kill, which is quite huge. So hard to say which one is going to be better, but of course do remember that you're going to have that extra uh, three extra lightning storm spells, plus all those buffs you're going to get for the lightning storm spells as well. So I have a feeling that Zeus just takes a slight edge up on Hell, and of course, and Thorhild and any other lightning titans, probably even outshines Athena in my opinion. I have my Stormbringer is on Odin. I love Odin. You know, the main the greatest thing about Odin is the faster fire rate. I do like the rate at which he fires. He also has a larger range, so as a solo attacker he could be pretty good. But you know, the current meta, with the way the archers are set up, he's not gonna defend a lot, to be frank. But yes, I mean, I have an Odin as well. He's like level 54. I'm gonna hold on to him because he's the only one I have. But frankly, he's just catching dust. Jean Pierre says Zeus can be superior to Hell only with the Stormbringer. Yes, you're right. But Hell can run. Look at that. That's a good perspective that you put in there. Yes, Hell can run, and can she run like Hell? Yes, that's true, because, and especially if you have the 5-star relic on Hell as well, she can take all that range damage and literally wipe out completely any ranged ranged defense. So that is I totally agree with you. Yep. Hell, and yeah, it's amazing to fight with Hell. I have my Hell at 58 now, and I'm hoping that when the next Conquest event drops, I will probably be maxing her out. Well, she will get maxed out from the way I use the Titan fairly extensively, if I could add. So we are 30 minutes in, guys, and we got 12 people watching. I do appreciate you all tuning in. It's quite nice to see a good cohort in my videos. If you are new to my channel, do consider watching some of my older videos. I do stream not as often as I used to, unfortunately, given my sort of current life situation, but I'm going to try and make more videos on a more regular basis, so hopefully you tune in and get an opportunity to catch some of my other older content as time goes by. Alright, let's get this whacked out. Ooh, thankfully I didn't have my maidens kill themselves. I have 2 maxed hells, got the 3rd from this event. You have 2 maxed hells. Wow, okay, so I guess you're going to be using one for defense in some fashion. That's good. And if you've especially got the militia golden role of all defensive militia, that could work quite well. That's good, man. I'm happy that you have 2. And yeah, I mean, leveling a 3rd one, maybe you don't want to do that unless there's something quite pressing on that. But nice, man. Nice you got 3 as well. Bruce says she's my offensive trophy. Yeah. Uh, she's good. She's good, man. She's good. Game Rescue says, I hope to finish off my best Urkon Relics 2 next Conquest. Wanna see if he has a chance versus ZEUS. Sweet, man. Especially if your Urkon's got health and has got lightning resist in there. I think that could be a pretty good counter. Because what's going to happen is, even if ZEUS, when you have when a ZEUS tries to attack such high health with such high amount of resistance, it's going to take the attacker so long to get through that I think it's going to be fairly ridiculous. I think it's going to be very annoying for the person to come and attack your garrison or land wherever it is. I saw Urkon at Sparrow. He's going to be really good. Right. Jean-Pierre says Urkon might have a good chance against ZEUS, but he has no chance whatsoever against Hell. But again, Jean-Pierre, it I guess comes down to if or not the person who has ZEUS has a Stormbringer or not. Like for example, I don't have the Stormbringer, so for me, ZEUS may not be my go-to for the max lightning damage. But now one other thing to think about is for Hell, that you do have the ability to summon your Storm Maidens, which Hell can't do, isn't it? So, and you get these Omega Storm Maidens, which are obviously more buffed up and stronger. So you could just hold off summoning them till all the Omega Goliaths come in, and then do the hide and seek strategy to defeat the enemy. It could be done, and I haven't tried it myself, but that's what I'm just trying to weigh in the differences between the usability of these 2 titans. Zeus's Omega Mans can hit for 300k. 300,000 damage, is that what you're saying? Freaking hell, man. Is that so? Are you saying 300k? Is it 100 times 3, or is it 300 without the critical included? Because that's important. But man, that either way, that's insane. That's insane. Hell can kite those goals all day long, unlike ZEUS. But so can a panther if he can survive. it's I'm just saying that. But yeah, but of course Hell is probably the fastest Titan, maybe even faster than Aurea, I think. Someone was actually debating that. So what do you guys think? I don't know if anyone's tested it, but is Aurea the fastest Titan in the game? or is it hell? So yeah, that's quite an interesting thing to hear. But I think this is a nice debate to have: Hell versus Zeus, and which one's going to be more usable. And again, a lot of things in the game come down to whether or not you have the 5-star relic. I personally think that Stormbringer is one of those fairly game-changing relics. Now, on that, of course, guys, do remember that that is not the only relic that can offer you troop damage. You have the Banner of Storm, which also provides troop damage. But if you have two similar builds for Zeus and Hell, both using that, then there is also, I believe, it's the Boots of Aesir. I might be wrong with the relic, but there is another relic that can also provide troop damage, which you can use in place of Stormbringer. So maybe it could be argued that Zeus maybe is universally superior in his ability to produce stronger maidens. Now that's only maidens, not counting Omega. So if you think of Omega maidens, I think there's no doubt that Zeus's Omega maidens are the strongest possible version of any maidens in the game. Bruce says, "Give me a minute, I'll find out the speed wise." That's awesome, man. Thank you, thank you. Ricardo, hey, man, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. It's been nice to always catch you around. How are you doing in the event? Uh, you're right. I've rated level 23 cats with full fire resist by using 3 cats and uh, Grens buffed by my Eluth and the Stormbringer. Sweet. I mean, I haven't really used my Eluth a lot as well. Eluth is also a kind of a hidden gem. Good Titan all around. Aurea is rated at 27 and Hell at 23 for speed. Okay, so well, I guess going by the numbers, if yeah, those going by those numbers, it does appear that Aurea is the fastest Titan. I don't know why I feel I do have both of them. I haven't actually done the testing myself, but why does it feel that Hell is faster? I don't know. Ricardo says only 9,000. My goal is 5k a day. Only PP 1.2. Ah, okay. So you're running with a 1.2 Titan. All right. Okay. Okay. That definitely makes it a bit harder for you. But all right. So 5k a day. There's still a lot of time. There's still 3 days or 4 days. Well, how many? It's 3 days to go, I think still. So 3 into 5 is 15. So 15 plus 9 is 24. Right. Okay. So you'll just hit Zeus with that kind of goal set, which is good. Which is good. I do like that. I should be really working on. Oh, look at this baby lands. Who doesn't like baby lands? But I hope this is not one of those lands where there's a 1 minute timer, because I really hate those. Yeluth, man, Yeluth is again for those who haven't gotten to Yeluth yet. Yeluth produces the best grenadiers in the game. Okay, if someone thinks differently, let me know. But I'm very confident that Yeluth produces the strongest possible grenadiers. Now that's not counting in Hades, right, guys? Because Hades is a summoning titan, but on his own, I think he produces the really strong grenadiers, which is what I plan to do with him at some point. Hell's only problem is that she freezes in the middle of the battle sometimes. That sucks. Yep, yes, she does. And that oh, when that happens, she's sitting there like a duck, and she just gets toasted by everything else. Yeah, that does happen. True. They need to fix that. Absolutely, Bruce. You're right. There are so many these quality of life bugs that I would really want to see fixed. Interesting enough, a couple of days ago, I was watching a different video. It is by someone who covers Clash of Clans, another popular game which has obviously been around for longer than Dawn of Titans. An interesting thing in that game was they were talking about the updates. I don't know why I was actually watching that video. I don't play Clash of Clans, but you know but they have weekly quality of life updates in that game apparently, so which include just fixes which only improve the user interface and the way players experience the game, which kind of reflects on why Clash of Clans is as popular as it is, and it maintains its a fairly steady user base or player base. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked that. Ah man, those lands are so nice. Oh, all right, so let's go and try. And I think I can find that one again. Hopefully, Ron, I max my Erdred man. Is a good defender and an attacker. Sweet. Yeah, man. I really need to start playing around with my Earth set of Titans as well. You're right, man. There's a lot of potential in them. Um, Bruce says Ilzar and Halzir does a good job buffing grunts as well. Yep, yep, they do, they do. And the other thing with, especially with, I think with Halzir, you also pick up some Grand Critical as well. So, why am I doing that? I'm hitting the next button as soon as I find a target. Super annoying, super annoying. Alright, keep my fingers off this button. Let's hopefully find a target before I lose it. There we go. Target again. Um, so you loot. We got Erdred. That's very versatile. All Goliaths and Grenadier-based Titans. Really, really nice. There's a lot of variation now, obviously, with the Titans that are currently available. So a lot of possibility in terms of what you can do and build, and so it's definitely worth experimenting. I'm kind of hoping that by the end of this event, I will be able to get my uh, what's the Urcon to, let's say, at least 45. That's what I'm hoping. Still got 2 days of intense grinding to do, and I'll be interested to see how, if I can get my Urcon to 51, because I've got the X health. I'd be curious to see how he does, in the conquest battles. That should be fun. Interesting enough, ever since I've gotten my Urcon, I haven't used him with my Goliaths at all. It's just been with Storm Maidens for the fact that the raids are so much quicker. All these spells that I have, I hardly even use them. The free spell, because these are just the spells that I get from the hoplite card. Hardly use them. I I tried, but it was so slow. Oh, you okay? Trying Urcon with Goliaths. He probably is very slow. Yeah, grinding is definitely not for grinding. It's for kind of doing those big VP land battles or taking down some really, really tough defenses. Maybe, yeah, that's when you want to use Urcon. Yep, to use Urcon and Goliaths. Yep. Uh, but yeah, there's certainly use in being able to. I think one can use Urcon in a situational basis by switching out relics to counter whatever element they're going up against, and then putting on some Goliath offensive relics, which could really help. So that's what I think. That's what I might consider doing as well. I'm yet to use my Goliaths. My Goliaths actually have gotten fairly high level now that in fact within the next couple of days my Goliaths will be level 23. I think that's a pretty solid level to consider taking them out into the field and trying to see how they perform. I'm actually going to try and use my Goliaths against, although I know it sounds ridiculous, but to go up against a Valoran defense and see how that holds up. Because Valorans normally, not a lot of them, they do not have earth resist. Normally some of them do, but most of them don't have a max resist to earth, so there could be some usability in taking Goliaths. But the only problem with using Urkon and his Goliaths against Valoran is the fact that all Valorans will have very high armor. So even with the buffs on the Goliaths, I don't think they'll make enough dent on the Spearmen. So that probably may not go down very well. It might just be a battle that will just run the clock down, and there wouldn't be a positive result. Uh, but as a result of the timer going down, the battle will be a defeat. But yeah, a lot of experiments to perform and to see what happens. But now that we have all these different titans out there, there is so much to do, so much to try out, and that makes the game so much more fun. And I personally do like that. I think after this I need to go have a quick check at my soul count. I am hoping that I can get to 15,000 souls by the end of this event. So if my goal is, it will essentially grind as much as I can, but I want to be hitting at least 18k souls by the end of tonight. So that will leave me 10k souls to grind over the weekend, and which is 5k a day, because I don't know how much I'll be able to do on Monday, because it's a work day and stuff like that. So hoping that that's how I'm gonna split my distribution of my souls around. Because yes, I am planning to go to the end, but if not, if I don't go to the end, I will definitely pick up ZEUS. Man, I don't know whether I'll go after that. Frankly, the relic at the end is a bit of a bummer in my books. Not kind of a buzzkill to the whole hype that there is surrounding this Titan. Uh, Bruce says, I took my Urkon against a high level, resist everything Freya, and it was just the Titans swinging at each other for minutes. Yeah, it's just a club fest, isn't it? Not, no, I'd be curious to see, did you win at the end? Did your Goliaths manage to beat Freya? Or was it just a complete standstill and the clock just ran out? I would probably think the latter happened. Yeah, let's do a quick check of the souls. I know where I am. Okay, all right, okay, not bad. 146. So it I am. Ooh, not the best target. 146. So that is divided by 14. About 11 battles. Yeah, probably 11 battles is what I need to do to hit the goal. Actually, I don't prefer level 22 lands, but we'll see what we can do. You lost. Ah, okay. So it was just, and probably just timeout, wasn't it? But Bruce, is your Urkon sort of maxed out, or what level is your Urkon? Because that could also dictate how well you do. That was fun. I'm disappointed with all of those uses relics. They all, yeah, they do suck actually. I was expecting a Storm Ring to be in there. Yeah, that would have been fantastic. I really, I couldn't get the Storm Ring when it came out. I really wish it was there. In fact, I was actually also hoping for the head of Mimir to appear as well. That was the final relic, if you remember, in the ZEUS event, and a very good relic at it, which unfortunately isn't available now, or hasn't been available ever since. It's been made available in the Echoes of War as a possible prize, but well, you can only get that if you manage to get to plinth level 11 and so on and so forth. So yeah, not I wouldn't consider that to be made available. So I hope we see a future event with those relics out. But in what it seems now that we probably are coming to the kind of the end of Lightning Titans. I don't know. It just seems that we are kind of flooded now with everything Storm Maiden, Storm Maiden. Um, but you never know. Never know. Well, one thing for sure though, this Zeus may not be the only Titan that's going to be buffing. Well, that's going to buff spells. And that's also what interesting is what kind of other buffs we might see on the spells. I mean, having buffed rage spells might be nice with increased radius, perhaps. Maybe we could have more. Let's see, what could we do? What could we have? We could also have maybe buffed terror spells with increased radius as well, or maybe which make the terror spells like the old terror spells. If you remember how the terror spells were, with a larger time clock, that could be nice. So couple of options there. Um, Maybe you could have buffed skeleton spells as well. Maybe have more skeletons. That could be sweet, especially for Calvarax um, if you're an avid user of Calvarax. I really like my Calvarax. I don't know if the skills are really great or not, but it's really fun to use. Really effective against tough defenses. Where did that land go? Oh, funny. The land just disappeared. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I think it's the same land. Same castle, I mean. Sparrow says you have the Storm Ring maxed and it's a good relic. Nice. Storm Ring gives, if I remember correctly, Storm Ring gives 3 additional lightning storm spells, plus also gives Storm Maiden critical, which is hard to get otherwise. Buffed poison clouds would be sick. Imagine a poison cloud with the radius of a meteor spell. Whoa! That is a very crazy thought, and that would be amazing. I mean, if that kind of radius we're talking about, yeah, that will be crazy. It's like some sort of a corrupted um, poison cloud, isn't it? That'll be epic. That'll be epic. I mean, that will kind of literally kill off, hordes and hordes of troops. That'll be pretty cool, man. 3 spells, nice. So it has 3 lightning storm spells. The Storm Ring, sweet. I really hope that it comes out again at some point. I will be more than happy to grab one up. But at this event, I'm happy that they have made the Relic Labrys available, which I don't know whether this has been available for a while. So I'm actually pretty happy getting it. Because Labrys gives you Storm Maidens some damage as well. Well, not damage, not only damage, but also grants them. Sorry, what I was saying. Also grants them Storm and critical, which is very nice. 2-star warrior souls, very nice. Appreciate that. and I'm really looking forward to this next Conquest event. I have a very strong feeling that we're going to see Poseidon as the plinth level 10 prize, because they kept giving us hints that he's going to be available at some point. So it kind of makes sense for me, for the devs to put him in a Conquest event, because when Poseidon came out for the first time, if I'm not wrong, he was available in an individual event. So making him available in another individual event like a Conquest event could be nice. And we may see, because the devs also gave us some hints at the back time that they might be reworking um, Poseidon, so we might see Poseidon with X skilled as Storm Maidens in there, maybe. So that could be fun. So much potential. Storm Maiden 3 spells, 20% crit and 40% Storm Maiden damage. A very solid relic. Solid relic. Nothing that I would not want on let's say my hell. On perfect relic. Right, let's get this done. You can have a quick check at how far, how many souls that I am at. Should be closing into my 15k mark. Oh, and guys, as you might have heard already, that we have the new avatars, the new profile pictures that you can choose from. You can choose between Aurea and Urkon, which is kind of silly, to be honest. I really didn't think that these are the best ones that they could offer. So here you have these new ones. I mean, to be honest, frankly, I don't know why they can't just make available. Now they got these. They said three are unlocked. Does that mean that you're gonna have three more coming in? I know, but I don't know why we just have these two. I mean, I get it that, well, I guess they are here because they were in the Divine Altar at one point, but they are. I mean, I do like the others so much more. I don't know why someone would really want to specifically change those. I mean, I actually like these other ones quite nice. I do like the one with a with a pig on the side. That's kind of funny and nice as well. I mean, all of these are great. All of these are great. There's one here which looks like a Goliath. Then you got some very nice female looking avatars as well. So I don't know why they felt the need to put Titans as avatars. I would like to see more exclusive ones. All right, let's have a quick check. 48 guys, so not too far. So 59 minutes. We're almost at an hour's mark. We got 8 people watching. Thank you for sticking on, guys. I do appreciate your viewership. It's nice to have some company while I do my grind, and I do hope that you are grinding along with me if that is possible. If not, and of course, if you are at work, that may not be possible, but otherwise, hopefully this is being a pretty productive session for you as well. I do know there are some people out there that can grind, that have a fixed amount they can grind in an hour. They say, like, okay, I'm going to be able to do 1,000 souls in an hour or something like that, and that's their kind of goal. And they say, right, okay, if it's a 28k event, I'm going to need 28 hours, so I'm going to do 4 hours today, 4 hours tomorrow, and that's how they kind of break it down. So without using any relic. one thing with this event, which is, although the 20k 28k souls mark is pretty mammoth and huge, if you have a 1.3 or or 1.4 boost, especially if you're 1.4 boost like me for example, you can spread your load out across all these days. You don't have to do all your souls in the first few days. And if you follow that logic, there is you can finish your event for fairly cheap. You don't have if you once you start rushing through, yep, it becomes difficult. But yeah, I mean, I get it. If you're busy, you have things going on the weekend, you want to get this out before that, then it's fine. Bruce says you just hit 14,000 souls. Nice, man. That you're almost where I am. I'm in the same ballpark as you. I'm inching closer and closer to 15k, which is gonna be my goal for this stream, if I could say that. This is my third battle, closer to 48k. I should be at 42k from this battle, and I do one more. I should be beyond that 15k mark. I believe 15k is just some gems. I don't know what it is. I know hell is at 18k. Two-star frost shield. I shall take all the food I can get. Perfect. One more battle and we'll be done. So let's get this show on the road. So what do you guys do when you do the grind? Do any of you kind of watch a film on the side? You watch TV? What do you guys do? Listen to music? What do you guys do? I personally just, watch something, some sort of some documentary, some video. If, while I do my grind, it makes it all that less monotonous. Once you especially found a good PP partner, then you can just go back and forth. You can be doing something else and get the souls. Hey Zerat, welcome to the stream, man. Nice to catch you around. We almost towards the end of the stream, however. It is nice to find you around all the same. Let me have a quick check at the soul count to see where I am. My goal was 15,000 souls, and there it is, guys. I have reached my goal of 15,000 souls. Let's have a look at what is out there for me to get at 15,000 souls. Oh, it's some divine gems. Let's go and collect those divine gems, shall we? I see your stream and I play DOT. Oh, nice, man. Nice. That's nice to hear, buddy. So next online is going to be the Greek God relic token, Fenrir, nice relic of course, Storm Maiden damage, Militia, Titan troop armor piercing, and Hell at 18k. So quite a few things to go. I'm going to try and go to 18k tonight to get myself my Hell. And that will probably be the end of my day today. And my rest of tomorrow and the day after, my goal will be to do 5k souls every day. So I should get my ZEUS by the end of tomorrow, and my lost data by the close of Sunday. That's my goal, and should see how far we go. You're at almost 10k souls. That's nice, man. That's not bad at all. This event, there's still a lot of time on the board, guys. 3 days and 11 hours. You just spread your things through. There is plenty of time. Weekends coming in. If you got time, then it's only about refreshing those gems, smashing it through, getting to your target. Alright guys, that's it for my stream for this time. Thank you all for tuning in, and 9 of you are here, so special thanks to you, Bruce, Zerot, Sparrow Arrow, Jean-Pierre, uh, Ricardo Duarte, see if I miss anyone, Game Rescue, hopefully I remember Anubis, Fear, hopefully I remember Celtic Samari, Tag Her, hopefully I'm not missing anyone out, and Bex HP and King Josh. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone, and I will catch you all in another video.